Sean and Christina, we got this question on Instagram. How do we get our kids to eat more than their 5 favorite foods?
I'll let you go first.
Okay. This is a great question.
How many households talk about this? Maybe 90 with kids?
Minimum 90%.
Problem for everyone, I feel like, you know?
Or a topic.
A topic. Yeah. Okay. I don't have all the answers, and I wish I did, because even with our kids, this is a struggle.
I think we're on 7 items. Right?
Yeah.
And they're 10 and 7.
Up to 7, guys.
I think I'm at 6 items.
I'll eat everything. One thing that I found that has helped with our kids, and I've heard this with other parents as well, is actively involving them in the preparation of the food. And so if you're making like a recipe, you know, have them participate, and then they're more likely to try it if they've actually helped make it, because they're like, oh, like I helped make that. Like I want to try, you know, what I made. And sometimes they're surprised that they actually like it. Like, oh, this is actually good, you know? So sometimes just having them involved in that preparation process will help them explore new things. And one thing we tried for a while with our kids that I did feel like it helped is you have to at least try one bite of anything. If you don't like it, it's okay, but at least take one bite, you know? And sometimes they were surprised that they liked it.
Like, oh, this is so good.
I like this, you know? And so I think that helped as well, because it helps them at least get the taste in their mouth. And I think there's some study out there somewhere that kids have to try something like 100 times in order for them to develop like a taste for it. So if they just keep trying it, maybe one day they're going to be like, I like this now, which has happened with our kids. They're like, oh, I like this now. So I think it's, those are some ideas that I have.
Yeah. I think number one, not worrying too much about it. What I tell parents a lot of times, that'll be like one of their top 3 topics. My kid only eats these 3 things. Maybe I should only have them eat these other 3 things and take away the other ones. What they're doing is it can create stress. So when you start requiring people to eat things, they get stressed out about it, and then the experience gets even worse. So I think don't restrict anything, encourage them, start showing them like where food comes from, how it's grown. I think the reasoning behind why do we eat, that's something that my parents never talked to me about, and it was a different time, right? At that point it was survival. They were always at work, and even our kids, like, why do we eat? It's for energy. And it's for thinking, and it's for swimming, or, you know, whatever. And then you start to analyze, like, these foods give you energy. These foods are good for your muscles to grow. You know, even milk white, you know, some people say, Kayla thinks you shouldn't drink milk, you know, my friend. And then other people say you should. You know, just understanding what the purpose of it is.
Yeah, that's good.
Is big. Then they start caring about what they're putting in their body, and then doing it, you know, eating more.
Especially as they get older, you know, then I think that those conversations are really good, especially as we're seeing with our oldest, who's about to transition to middle school, and he cares more about, you know, image and things, but I think understanding the reason behind it, and he's old enough to comprehend that and know, oh, this is good for my muscles. Like if I have more protein, it's going to help my muscles, and I'm going to have more energy if I eat these things. So I think, yeah, that's a really good point. And when Sean was talking about understanding where food comes from, I think that's good. Like some kids have no idea that, you know, strawberries grow in a little bush. Like, and you can take them places. You can visit a lot of these farms where food grows. If you have the capabilities, you can even grow your own food. And that's a cool like thing and your kids are more likely to eat it if they can go like pick it out of the garden in the backyard. But yeah, even visiting places where you see how food is made. And, you know, if your kids are really restricted in their diets, you can supplement with a multivitamin.
Yeah. The biggest thing is don't worry too much about it, or don't kind of project the worry to the child, because then it just becomes like this fight, which we do. Like we did it, we fought it, you know, even our oldest, like, you know, mashed potatoes, like it's a texture thing. There's certain textures,
It's a no-go.
It's a no-go. Like, it touches his tongue, it is vomit, right? Like, it is what it is, but we'll always try.
Yeah.
Then we didn't try anymore because we're like, we want to clean up vomit.
We'll figure it out,
Yeah.
Then I get an air fryer, and I freaking air fry the crap out of stuff to where it's crunchy, and I'm like, he's like, okay, I like this. I was like, well, just 10 minutes ago, you said you didn't like it.
Right.
So then it's finding, like, what is it about the food? Ask them, like, what don't you like? It's usually not the flavor. It's, like, the texture. So then if you can use the same food and put it in the air fryer for 5 minutes and it's crispy, now we have a competition of, like, how crispy can I make it, right?
Yeah.
Without burning it.
Right?
Yeah.
So I think just kind of looking at that and giving them opportunities to taste it in different ways.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But it's a fight that all of us fight, and I think a lot of it's self-inflicted. We're the ones that introduce the foods to begin with, and it's on me. I find something he likes, and then I go buy it in bulk.
Yeah.
I mean,
I posted about this. I think I posted on my story, like, whenever the kids are like, I like yogurt. And so he went and bought, like, 16 varieties of yogurt. The next week, they're like, we don't like yogurt anymore.
Yeah, I was like, this one has
expired.
this culture, this bacteria. I was like, this is the reason. This is what's happening. And then the next day, they're like, I don't like it.
They're like, we don't like this. We don't like this.
I never liked this. Why did you buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think this is a good topic for most parents.
Yeah.